stream. Without delay no more, I have Brian and myself, Cheston, here to stream the TAC Games Gundam Brisbane Regionals. Brian, how are you today, mate?
Oh, doing good, Cheston. We are glad to be back. Today, we are not in Brisbane. We are actually doing this remotely, as you can tell by our backgrounds here. Um, it's a th there's a ban list on the horizon, but this tournament does not have the ban list yet.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm really interested to see how that ban list will shape the meta. I
hmm
think Bandai have finally addressed the elephant in the metaphorical room. Aggro is such a dominant, terrifying real meta. So yeah, I'm happy to see what it sees.
Yeah, and I don't want to just write off this tournament just yet. We do want to see at the end of the format what will come out on top. Is this still going to be blue purple? Is this still going to be 1 Year War? Or is the new deck of GDO4 Legionnaire Militaire going to take the throne?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I was reviewing some of the decks, and Legionnaire really seems like it has a lot of tricks in its metaphorical bag as well. You've got the drawing effects, resting effects. Granted, you've got to have X amount of Legionnaires on the board to hold
hmm
on to that, and it deals really well with aggro. So you've got the going wide strategy, plus you got card draw as well. But I gotta ask you, how does it deal with blue purple aggro? Because the tokens that it makes are quite small. They're only 1/1s if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, so against blue purple, theoretically it should be countering the Legionnaire because what the one ping does get rid of the 1/1. However, that ping is no longer going to your main unit. They have to spend it on just a random token that you generate. Yes, it's preventing you from having the flooding effect, but those tokens were supposed to be trading your units away anyways to delay the game into the mid game where Legionnaire Militaire really shines.
So
So
strong, so strong.
yeah, and it's actually I think honestly in this tournament Legionnaire Militaire, any deck that's playing it, blue red, blue white,
Hmm.
particularly blue white, might take it home today.
I was gonna say, man, you have a very strong backing for Blue Eye, so I can see why it's such a contested favorite for you.
Mhm.
The top end that it's got, the Banshee Norn, definitely a really a silent killer for for the Blue White as well, right?
Yes, the Banshee Norn, I would say is one of the best cards to come out in the GDO4 format. It just provides so much. It can attack so many times. It can clear a whole board by itself. A lot of the times, if it's positioned correctly, it just swings the board in your favor, and you have the Legion Military. And I think we are going into the games now. We have
We got
Kieran versus Ryan.
good luck, good luck, good luck to all contestants today. I believe Ryan is a local player from the Canberra scene, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, quite knowledgeable across the states.
Him, and a few of his mates have traveled down all the way down to Sydney just to play at some of my locals. So yeah, alrighty. So we got purple, ooh, green,
So I
cute,
think it's purple blue versus clan.
huge. All right, so Kieran clearly going wide. He's got the Barbados on board. Starting to trade blows, trying to get a chip away at Ryan now. What tricks does Clan have to deal with this?
Linking, linking. So the clan, most of clan's units does require a link to get its effects, except for the red Gundam that is level 4 that will rest the unit to deal 2 damage. However, that's not what's coming out from Ryan, and the players are playing so fast the commentary can't keep up.
This is insane. This is insane. Clearly, both players know exactly what they're doing. Will Ryan see his line to be able to get that link aggro going? Kieran is
Where the
clearly
that comes
playing.
down.
Yep, Link. Sorry, my apologies. Barbados just doing Barbados things, right? Just trying to control the board, hold on to it. Oh, we have a trigger.
Is that? Oh, that's the
That's
base.
the base. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. And it deals. No, doesn't deal damage. Uh, I gotta say the screen is a little fuzzy for me. It's a little hard to see what's
So
to
it's
see.
one of those bases that I believe gives plus AP. It will stop Kieran's attacks as Kieran's board is getting more and more wide. This is looking scarier and scarier for Ryan.
Let's see what can be done here. Can Brian deal with the wide board that Kieran's already established? Granted, I haven't seen many blue cards from Kieran. Only the vanilla Hyzak. Can Ryan hold on to his board state? Looks like he's going wide as well.
Yeah, with the advent of the ban list, the blue purple, this is the last chance to probably play blue purple on the main stage, and Kieran is taking full advantage of that, pushing Ryan to only 4 shields, and it's not looking good.
No, 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 no. Kieran really needs to start seeing his pingers or some sort of a way to remove the board because if not, if Ryan has the higher top end of clan, then Kieran might have some trouble dealing removing it in the late game.
Yeah, once Ryan gets enough resources to start linking, to start playing multiple units on turn, Kieran will have troubles. Kieran needs to keep up the pressure, needs to keep up the flood, and needs to keep up the attack while he can. But I don't see a Mika on Kieran's. The players should be, doing it one at a time. But we see
Yeah,
that the base will fall from Ryan, and that shield has just taken so much value. 3 swings to take down.
huge, 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 huge. And if
Oh,
Ryan can, oh
you know that take card? Do you know that take card?
no, what is that? What is this?
It's the moment of rest. So that red Gundam will not unsuspend,
Oh,
will not restand at Ryan's next turn.
huge, huge. Oh, we got some removal going. And is that purely to deal with Banshee Norn or like something along those lines,
I
just to
think it's
stop
just
it
a
from untapping?
great tempo card to prevent blockers from restanding, to prevent, for example, a clear example we see here, a breach
Cheeky. Okay.
from attacking. And now we have another base coming down. Kieran needs to draw a pilot to finish the game next turn.
Ryan looks like he has a trade-off board just to stay in this game. His board not nearly as wide as Kieran's, but it looks like his units have a little bit more HP compared to Kieran's. And Kieran really hasn't seen his armor, he hasn't seen his Mikas, he hasn't seen a lot of the tricks that he normally has as a purple player.
The Ryan just dropped the red Gundam without using this effect to deal 2 damage. Unfortunately, if he has another unit to play, that
Oh.
would be a display.
He's got the pilot going. I'm guessing to keep his red Gundam alive, gives it a little bit more HP to survive the attacks. We talked about Mikazuki's online.
There's Mika.
Yep.
There's Mika taking down the base, getting Kieran another card, and now the base is free. The shield area is free for the taking. And we see that Ryan is on
another
G.
trigger.
Another base. That's crazy,
Oh.
Ryan. That's some good triggers.
That's
Good
2
burst.
triggers.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see what happens now. How can Ryan respond to this? Because
Now-
Kieran, I think Kieran's got this. It's
Kieran
tough. It's
has
tough.
vomited his whole hand onto the board, and now it's up to Ryan to deal with it. And still, without GDO5, there is no efficient removal from from any deck, so that this is very, very, very hard to deal with. The only reliable removal is the Norn that we talked about, the Banshee Norn. Wow, is that an LR plus plus?
Dang. Okay.
Oh my god.
So shiny. So shiny.
And that's
The
going to
G-Quack.
be linked.
The G-Quacks? Or the G-Fred? It's really hard to tell. It's too shiny for me.
I think that's a G Quox. I mean G Fred. So everything that it does 1 to everything. However, is that enough? Kieran still has 3 units standing. Ryan's tapped out, no more resources.
Yeah, what could... Oh, but what does that base do? I feel like it restricts something, or...
So that base, when it gets destroyed, it pings 1 to a level 4 or lower unit.
Which will stop one attack, but I guess Kieran can work his way around that. Oh! The trades are happening.
Okay,
And
long
there's
as
not enough
Kieran
power.
does not have a link.
Yep. Then Ryan is still in this game.
Kieran can just put more units on board and just relax. Oh,
There it
there's the
is.
Armoro giving it a +2 hit. Oh
But
no,
but that but that's okay. That's okay. Kieran, I feel like
I think that's a misplay by Kieran.
yeah, he could have. No, he couldn't have taken out that game just then because he needed to break to break the base and then go for it.
Yes, yes.
Um,
However,
yeah.
he should have just kept his unit standing. Now, if Ryan has another base in hand, it'll be yep, like that, just like
Ah,
that.
there
It's
it
full.
is.
Yeah,
There it is.
Kieran
Yep.
should have just kept his unit standing and go for one final swings.
And just hold board. Now Ryan has a small window. If he can play more units that remove board or just deal damage to Kieran's units, he can potentially claw his way back in the game.
Yes,
I think he,
unfortunately, I do think that Ryan is in the dominant position now, and
yeah,
it's very
surely.
interesting
Yep,
that
yep.
Ryan is not using the breach effect.
Yeah, maybe he wants to keep the unit alive to as just like staying power. I can see another base in Ryan's hand, so he has tricks to hold. Is that another LR plus plus?
Yeah,
Holy
that's the
moly!
G Quarks now. That's the G Quarks.
Dang.
They have the G
Okay.
Quarks and the G Fred.
Huge, 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 huge. Now Ryan is going wide against Kieran. Can Kieran play? Kieran could be out of gas. What a turnaround!
Yeah,
What a turnaround!
I think it's the LR plus pluses making the difference. I do think that if you play with full sets of LR plus pluses,
Not
you're
one, but
consistent
two.
to win.
Right? Not one, but two. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Is
Oh
this
my gosh! The
so
comeback
strong?
by Ryan!
So strong! Oh!
Oh my god! Kieran
Wow!
could have had it! No!
Wow! That one turn is all it took, and Kieran, very slight misplay. He just had to hold onto a board, hold wide, and that could have been it. Oofed. Congratulations, Ryan. Well done. I'm sure Nicholas and the boys would love to see it. Congratulations.
Well, what a game to start us off today. And we're glad to see Clan winning. Shout outs to my homeboy back in Sydney. There's some Clan fanatics, with the same sleeves, the doggo sleeves and the Clan deck, with the two types of LR plus pluses. Ryan's a real fan of Clan.
Yeah, I can clear is I almost want to say his beanie as well is part of it, if I'm not mistaken as well. One of them wears that as well. So
Oh
wow,
yes, wow.
huge.
We have a Clan
Congratulations.
representative taking it home, starting us off with a Clan victory today.
Gotta love it. You love to see it. And we were just talking about how this meta hasn't really shifted, but we can clearly see we still get some crazy, crazy upsets and matchups.
It just means that the meta was not really that stale. Any deck can win as long as you play well.
Yeah, clearly Ryan saw the opportunity. Kieran unfortunately made a very slight misplay, which, as we saw, costed him the game.
That's very unfortunate on Kieran's part, but well played by Ryan for picking it up, keeping up the pressure, keeping up with the aggro, getting rid of the
Mm.
units. It was very well managed by Ryan.
Yeah, those bases really came in clutch for Ryan, and it really just allowed him to stabilize and hold on to his position, or at least come back from his position, I should say.
Yeah, there was like 3 bases, 4 bases. Like how many do you play in the deck typically? 4, and we saw almost all of them.
Hey, maybe that's how the deck operates. Because you were saying that when that base is removed, it deals 1 damage, which is still a removal, still a ping sort of way to hold onto the board. Because green doesn't have a whole lot of control, but red certainly does. Your close combats and your tricks and that sort of thing.
hmm
So the base just leans into it.
Yeah, and I'm glad that Clan we really got to see what Clan does because typically if you don't see your pilots, if you get rushed down too early, Clan
Mm,
doesn't really show its colors. Now we
mm.
saw we saw what Clan is capable of.
Even
Instant
with
flooding with
all
the G-Quarks, with the level 7
100%,
G-Quarks.
LR
G-Fred
plus
with the
plus
control.
G-Quarks.
Oh, sorry, LR plus plus G-Quarks. And the clear one to everything. And
Mm,
ping two essentially. If you do play a full Clan deck, the pilot pings one, and as well as the unit pings one
mm,
to
mm, mm,
everything. So it helps clear the board. The Clan actually has quite a few tricks up its sleeves, but it needs to see them, and Ryan saw
mm.
them.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. The we didn't get to see a whole lot of pilots. We saw Nyan, and I think that's it. So he,
Multiple Nyans,
yeah, 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 yeah. So
and
it
yeah,
worked out. It worked out.
Clan is
Congratulations.
great in terms of having these generic links as long as you see a clan pilot. But was wait Machu. Then we
Machu,
saw a lot of Machu. Sorry,
you hungry, bro?
we saw Machu, we saw Machu, and we saw Nyan. So
Yeah,
actually, two
yeah.
types of pilots. Unfortunately, Nyan is not a clan pilot.
Which feels weird, right? That's because obviously that's where, the character came from and also great series by the way. Great series. Good. Go watch it. Go
Still,
watch it.
still have not watched it, but apparently,
Hiya.
due to law reasons, it is a Xeon character.
Yeah, well, let's go Xeon. Let's go Xeon. I'm very curious to see what the new meta will be like. Um all these changes that are coming through from Bandai, I think it's great that they're listening to the fans, the players who are playing. They did mention they're changing fundamental rules though, which I think is the most interesting part. I think players are kind of a little bit frustrated of how do I say it, dice rolling this game can be.
Yep, yep.
It's very luck dependent. I think addressing the aggro really helps, and I'm wondering how they deal with perhaps maybe the shield has some card draw or what they'll implement to help make it feel that, a 1-1 taking out one shield makes sense, but I feel like a larger unit that has more power should be able to take out more than one shield, maybe,
Yeah.
because, you know,
Yeah, I do think there was a similar issue in Card Fight Vanguard or
oh,
yeah, I think or a Bushi Road game, any Bushi Road game,
hmm
that they faced the same issue with Gundam, and how they did fix it is that shields now have HP. So let's say the shield area, the your
ah,
security, your um yeah, your shield area, each shield is like 2 HP, 3 HP. So it's like a base, an innate base based on for the face down cards. So the two twos cannot just take it out in one hit, and that bigger units when they swing they deal 8 damage, so they'll take two shields. But I don't think with all the keywords that already came out from Gundam, I doubt that's what they can do because of suppression. Like what is suppression going to be if they
mm,
if they do change the fundamental rule? Unless they change the keyword too, and I think that's a lot of issue. And yeah, it's great. When I read the new Bandai post, I am so
mm,
glad that they do realize it is a game design issue. That
mm,
there's only 6 shields plus the 7 EX base on top. It's always about quantity over quality in the late game, and that is makes the whole game more aggro leaning than anything else.
mm,
And
mm.
that's why
They,
Legionnaire is having such a good time because of the quantity that it produces.
hmm. I think Bandai have a lot of different card games that use shields in very different kind of ways. So they've got a lot of good examples of what can and can't work. Like you look at Digimon, where if I swing it at the shields, if there's a unit there, and if it's bigger than the unit I'm swinging with, it actually takes out the unit that I'm attacking with. So
Hmm.
it feels better in terms of if I go wide, I have to pay for it in some shape or form. But then I feel that conversely, blockers would be really crazy against that, right? Blockers now can take out the board as well as take out the board through shield and take out the board through their control effects, right? Then
Hmm.
you've got One Piece, where if you swing to the shields, the card goes to your hand, so you're able to at least refill your hand, reload, which is great for aggro or any decks that can potentially run out of steam very quickly. Um, as I was mentioning to you while we were off camera before, there's some other games, like you said, that deal with this shields in a different kind of way, where they have two separate values, where the attack is one thing when you're fighting against other creatures or something like that, versus how much damage deals does the shields. And I think that gives more space for development and designing. You know what I mean? Like it'd
Hmm.
be a
Hmm.
really low attack, and it also doesn't deal a lot of damage to shields, which is fair, right? Like 100 attack or something, one shield, versus someone who's got, I don't know, 1,000 attack can take out two shields or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. I do feel like the shields is probably Bandai's uh oversight.
Hmm.
As you said, the One Piece shields are great. Not only do you get the card to refill, you are
Mm.
technically getting a card to counter as well, because cards
Mm-hmm.
in hand can also help you defend. Yeah, and it's doing like Bandai in terms of Gundam. I would really like to see some shield changes. instead of just a ban list trying to rectify the situation. I do feel like maybe we need more shields. Maybe we need better bases to deal with these, go wide, go decks. And I was mentioning, outside of Banshee Norn, we have no field wipe cards. Every card game have a field wipe, efficient removal that to deal with the flooding of the board. Gundam not yet does not have that yet outside of Banshee Norn.
Yeah. And with that, let's take a quick break. And we'll get ready for round two. And hope you guys stick on for the show. We got a lot to talk about. See you guys then.
See ya.
Hello
Oh,
everyone, and
and we're
welcome
back.
back. Yeah. Round two. How are we feeling?
So round two, we just saw Clan beat aggro again. Since the last regionals, I do feel like we see a lot of cool decks at the beginning, and then it all gets funneled down, and it gets to kind of an aggro fest. I hope we don't see that today. I do, and we
I
have
remain
Zach and John.
optimistic.
Yeah, we
I
have
remain
Zach
optimistic.
and John. Hopefully, it's not an aggro matchup. I do want a bit more variety on the stream. Last regionals, it was a lot of variety. We saw Wing, we saw all kinds of really cool decks, and I do want to see what people cook this time.
True. We saw 1 Year Warp, Blurple, Wing, blue-white blockers. It was very diverse. Very diverse. So
Hmm.
let's see what Zach and John have here. Good luck to all players participating today.
And the players look, they look like they're vibing, which is great. It's a great time. And there seem to be a few announcements going. We don't know who won the dice roll, and
Oh,
the
look, starting hands, starting hands. Let's see.
we always love the players being very sportsmanlike, very just vibing, At the end of the day, yes, it's a competition, but this is still a game that you need to have fun in.
100% camaraderie and all that sort of stuff. Incredibly important here.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just very keen to see what is going on. And Zach has the default. When you have the default starter deck EX bases, that is when you know you are a player.
Yeah,
You
he's
know,
cooking. He's cooking.
yeah, you ain't here for the investments. You ain't here. You're here to have a good time.
Red, white?
Is that
It
red
looks like
white?
red, white. I saw red.
I
I
saw
definitely
red.
saw red. I definitely saw red.
And he has
Uh,
the Machu resources. That resource look good. Look at that EX resource.
very pretty. Very pretty. Very pretty.
and Zach is keeping his hand very well hidden.
Makes our commentating life a little bit difficult.
It does make a for good viewer experience. I am curious of what is going on, what is he doing. So we got the default sleeves, default um EX bases versus a blinged out. So who will win? You know, the one person who spends more money, just like last round, or you know, the Viber.
Look, man, LR plus plus gives you an extra shield. That's like given.
LR plus plus is another deck in itself. So if he's playing
100.
4/4, that is crazy. That
That's
is
red.
a lot of red cards.
Yeah. We got the Xeon. That's whoa. That's a lot of real Walulu. Oh, hi Zach.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay. But it could still be blue purple or green blue.
Uh, 1 year war. 1 year war.
We do see a lot of bases in John's hand, and he's just going to place one straight away, getting rid of his EX, which I don't know if he needed to do that, but I don't think he has another play.
There, that's white. That's white. That's definitely white. His first two cards in his hand,
Is that silver
definitely,
bullet?
quite possibly. I was rereading that card. That card is really cheeky,
It's really good.
incredibly cheeky.
Yeah, so now we're going to have the typical start of the 2/1/2/2s hitting a base, and it
Purple.
is blue purple. It is blue purple.
Nah. It is what
Uh,
it is.
Yeah,
Deck's too strong.
unfortunately, all of John's bases seems to be in his hand, so we it's very unlikely that we're gonna see it out of his shields.
That's a Diaz.
That is a Diaz. That is
Wow.
that is an awkward hand for John. This might be a quick one, ladies and gentlemen.
Unfortunately, John seems to have bricked. Not he's seen the burst cards in his hand rather than in the shields, and yeah, unfortunate, John. But look, we were writing off Ryan in the first round. Not sorry, not writing off, but it was very difficult for him to come back from his position with zero shields, and you know, the other player having six. So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, and John did start with opted to play the not the close combat, what was that? The improved technique to get rid of a
Mm.
unit instead of playing the Rick Diaz to try and get and the close
Whoa!
combat. We forgot the shield of red is to be feared.
100%, 100%. John is still John. I think John's still in this, right? Like
100%, 100%. He just
Zach.
needs to draw another two cost, two resource blocker,
Mm,
play a Diaz, play something else, and
that's
he'll be
Sword
good.
Strike.
Oh, that is the new the for the STO9 card. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
right.
And he does draw the two blockers, so
Man, you called it. It came into reality.
he can just play the Relula. However, that is risky in terms of if Zach has the pilot, it kind of just takes it out.
He's clearly risking it. But he does. John does see his top end, which is good, and he does see
Yeah.
a battle of aces for some removal as well. It's a question of what is he going to do? Is he going to leave resources up or going to put down a blocker?
Hmm. I do feel like he should put down a blocker, and it's the 2/4 in particular.
Thanks, Sword Impulse. Thank you,
Sword Impulse, yes.
Piggy 511. Yeah, look, my old man eyes can't see the card very well.
Yeah, so we do see that that is the inclusion, a new inclusion
Mm.
in the blue purple strategy, as it does, it does do a lot.
It's just it does is it on play rest a unit or something? It must be or something along those lines to just to get rid of blockers. And he's gone for the version 2 Elfrith 2/4 same stat lines again and in white.
Yeah, so it does rest a unit with 3 or less AP on deploy if
Zach is showing his resolve. I believe is your call is your call Brian.
he is showing his resolve, but you know what that means? That means he's not
Oh!
putting any aggression on the board. But the Amura does come out, taking out the base, leaving John's shields open, and hopefully
Another
he
trigger?
hits something. And
Nope.
there's nothing.
No
Uh
triggers. Oh, Zach is Zach. I don't know if Zach had that in his opening hand, the armor, but yeah, that really slows down John's plan considerably.
And and John draws another base. That's his fourth Relula. That
That's
is for
rough.
that is rough. That is rough. I do feel like John needs to put down or as many blockers as possible and just keep his shield
Hmm.
in his hand and hope that last trigger last shield is a burst. If he puts down two blockers here, Zach,
At
unless
least.
barring an armor, can live next turn.
Hmm. I mean, the Sword Impulse looks like it has 3 HP, but it's taken 1 damage, so it can trade with the Elfrith 2.0. That's on the field, but yeah, those cheeky little 1/2 gun tanks are really gonna pose a problem for John. Clearly showing that, aggro is just being doing aggro things.
I do feel like John is considering playing the full frontal as well as two blockers to getting rid of his EX resource to try and stabilize the board. However, I'm not sure if John's John can come back at this point. And I
Well,
do like to comment on this common experience. You sit down, you're talking to your opponent, you're having fun, and then they pull out the aggro, and then life changes. Look at his expression change from the beginning of the game to now.
they're focused. They're locked in. What's up, Bulbasaur? How you doing, man? Thanks very much for cheering us on.
Bulbasaur, the greatest commentator in the whole OCE region.
Get Look, we clearly have some John fans in chat who are clearly just trying to show let's hoping that he can get out of this very sticky situation that he's in.
I mean, at this point, I'm a John fan too. I don't want to see. I am so sick of seeing aggro, and I'm sure Bandai is too with the new ban list coming out. So thank you, Bandai. Great job, Bandai, for getting rid of while trying to address the aggro issue.
This is the second last or the last regionals because Melbourne, if I'm not mistaken, is also this month. So we've got maybe one more regional, maybe I think, and
Hmm.
then Sydney's regionals in August will be all bright and shiny.
Yeah, there will be the last one or two regionals that the blue purple will exist. John is in a difficult situation right now. Consider his options are very limited. I do feel like he should just be putting down two blockers, maybe attaching a pilot onto one of them. Oh, and we have some Zach fans on the in the chat as well. Blue, this is the last time probably that you will see this type of blue purple. I do after this game we might talk a little bit more about the meta. I do have some predictions and I like to have faith in my predictions. Look at the ban list. Look at what
Mm.
band I noticed, you know?
Well,
It is in the game design.
oh, going with the Relula.
Going with the oh that is ooh, I
That
don't know
is
what he was
bold.
trying. Yeah, I don't know what he was trying to fish for in the shields.
Yeah.
That is two resources out of the picture
I
that
mean,
John can no longer use.
maybe he's going the Battle of Aces route to take out the Sword Impulse or trying to just get rid of the board or something like
Now
that.
I do feel like what he's trying to do is to not use his EX resource, maybe, or he is trying to just stop the Barbatos swing
Hmm.
and
Hold
yeah,
on.
and hold on because three that shield will eat three swings. I believe that the Sword Impulse is a 3 AP unit. That's a total 5. So it will eat the rest of the swings, barring another pilot from Zack.
Yep. So what's John? John's been umming and ahhing back and forth. I think he will use the EX resource you mentioned,
Yeah, maybe to but if Zack has another Amuro, it's just over. So I don't think he should
or
be
or
using the
or or
resource.
Amika, or Amika.
Or Amika. Oh, not
Yeah.
Amika. I don't think Amika will end it. Like this play is to prevent the Amuro from going off.
All
But I
right,
do
here
think,
it is.
yeah, I do think if he has the Amuro, John loses anyways, so that would be a waste of his EX resource.
Hmm. What's that gonna do here? He's got a pretty. He still has a
Oh,
wide
that's a
board.
pilot. Yep, yep.
Ah! That you
Yeah.
hate to see it. You hate to see it. Yep.
Yeah, well, as soon as I saw the one resource getting turned sideways, it's very hard. Yeah, and
That is.
John's
Oh, he top. I don't know if he top decked it, but wow, crazy, crazy.
yeah, very unfortunate. John's expression has turned from smiling to sullen. This is the typical experience of facing aggro,
Oh
and that's what Bandai is trying to address. And we see a bit of smile coming out of John's face. You know,
yeah.
take being graceful in the victory and defeat is very important in the
Mm.
competitive spirit of things.
Great sportsmanship, but I feel like John. If I was John, I'd be a bit more frustrated at my deck more than anything else. You know, like he saw a good majority of his burst cards in his opening hand, and I'm curious now to see what was his opening mulligan, right? Because it must have been pretty bad, which drew into even worse by the looks of it.
Or or John is
Hot
just
take.
greedy. You know, John could just be greedy.
True.
Yeah, so before we sign off, I do want to talk a little bit about my predictions
Oh,
for the upcoming meta of the ban list. And I do
delay
want you
no
guys
more,
yeah, I do
Mr.
want you
Brian.
guys to heed what's going on.
Yeah.
You guys see the ban list and you guys are thinking, "Oh yeah, aggro's gone. Aggro's dealt with. You can only play
Nah.
2/1/2/2s." No, that
Nah.
is not going to happen. All right? Legionnaire has not been touched. It's still the one of the best early game pressure decks. Yes, it's not going to be 2/1/2/2 spams anymore. However, I do feel like Legion they're just going to play blue purple Legionnaire, right? While having the flood, because we still the fundamental design of the game, we still have nothing outside of Banshee Norn to deal with a flooded board. So that is my take. I will die on that hill. We will see what happens in GDO 5, maybe, um, uh, in terms of how the meta plays out. But I do feel like because of the game design, aggro is still going to be favored.
For sure. I think yeah, it's gonna be tough, but look, we'll cut to the break. Let's talk some more after this. Thanks so much,
Yes.
everyone. We'll see you in round three.
See you guys in the next round. uh, well, essentially, I do feel like you know, maybe I would like to talk a little more, but we will save that for the next time. Hopefully, we're out here in Brisbane, you know, the players out here in Brisbane having a good time, doing great.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to round three. I'm Cheston.
And I'm Brian. We are coming to you live on Zoom via Zoom for the Brisbane regionals. I have to say I do miss talking to the players during these events, getting their thoughts, getting the meta, how the round is progressing. Right now, we kind of have no idea.
Yeah, it's not a. Oh well, always next time. Okay, we got Ink and Mark
Oh,
for
hi
round three.
Mark. Yeah, it's great to see. That's an interesting name, Ink.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Let's see what they pull up. Is Mark one of the locals?
I don't think so. I've never met the guy before. It's it's just a meme, you know. Hi,
Yeah.
Mark.
Oh hey.
And I do think that's an is that another blue purple deck? Oh
Don't
no,
know.
that's just the sleeves. Okay.
You're jumping the gun. You're jumping the gun.
Hey man,
You're getting too
blue
excited.
is probably the last time. Well, not the last time. Uh, well, the dominance of the BP. This is the last few metas of the dominance of BP.
True, 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 true. But
It's currently sitting. Oh, it's Legionnaire purple. I saw.
could be.
Could be, or they could just be playing the 2-1-2-2. Um, that are both players seem to be playing blue, and we do have the IBO merch coming out from Ink.
Let's see what Yeah, let's see what happens. Ink clearly is ready to roll. Mark is on the classic sleeves with the OG EX base.
All right, and last time we saw that, it was an aggro player. So,
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
round three is typically the time where the funny decks kind of start to disappear. So
Oh, I see
we
purple.
yeah, we see purple and we see Legionnaire. Starting
Okay.
with the blue Zawart, I believe that's called the Zalort.
There's a lot. Definitely an interesting combo between the two. I feel like Legionnaire, if it can see its control package, ooh, here we go. Legionnaire blue purple.
Yeah, as we spoken about it before, Legionnaire is the deck to look out for, as it can do anything. It could go late. It has a very strong middle. It really excels in the mid game, but it excels in the mid game when you have a good early game. And Mark just passes without using anything. I think Mark has
Huge.
bricked.
Quite possibly, but we don't know what he's running just yet, other than the blue. So maybe he's got something for the later end. Though missing curve kind of hurts, and I can see
White.
adept
Is that a
in
white?
Ink's hand. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to see a slow start coming out because they are not the 2-1-2-2 spam decks. They are more mid-range focused, as we can see by the Barbatos as well as the purple Roselle.
Or Brazil. It's an apt name for it. It's an apt name for it.
Yes, the level 3 2 cost 4-3.
Hmm.
Roselle being the original one, everyone refer to everything else with the same stat line as Roselle's. And we do see it is the Militaire Legionnaire, Legion Militaire Norn deck coming out
Hmm.
from Mark. However, the the early curves are very important for that deck to get the units on board, so the other cards do get its effect. And we're going to see the Delta Plus link with the Redair to try and
Ooh.
stabilize the board back in Mark's favor. And the Delta Plus will trigger the repair one at the end of the turn. So maybe it is to Ink's interest to take that out as soon as possible.
Seems like Mark is, like as you said, trying to establish board and hold on to something, because now that Ink has got the lead, he's got a wider board than him. He's really going to start pushing aggression.
Yeah, and the adapt does come down. It is the SP version of the adapt. I don't know if the players have saw the ping, have resolved the ping on the Delta Plus, but Barbatos will get a card in Ink's hand, keeping Ink's hand healthy for the aggression. Ink does have a few more resources to play with to either further flood the board or set up for next turn. I think Ink is considering to take out whether he should take out the Delta Plus or just go face. Is that a is that a uh regional top 64 Amuro sitting in Ink's hand?
Quite possibly. It's a little hard see the hand at the moment though, but Ink could have possibly done quite well and could be an interesting upset.
Yeah, and Ink did opt to take out the Delta Plus to prevent the repair from going off continuously and maybe hurting Ink's card economy. Mark is counting down the turns, and hopefully he can see some more white cards because his hand is all blue except for that overflowing. The white cards will stabilize the board for Mark, and we're going to see a victory comes out with the
Oh,
Uso to try and get the token, but however, it doesn't get the draw because there is no three or more units,
yeah. Where's
Legionnaire
the third
units.
one?
Oh, and there's the third one coming
Ah,
out.
there it is. Yeah,
The base will generate another token, giving victory the ability to draw.
which is really helpful for Mark at the moment because he needs to see his pieces.
And yeah, as we can see, the board state has just turned in Mark's favor. And
Granted,
yeah, continue.
no, no, no. I was just gonna say, granted, the Legionnaire tokens can't they can't swing at players, right? They can only swing at board.
Yes, correct. So they can't actually pressure the shield. However, board pressure is just enough. Having all these 1/1 bodies that can just keep up with the aggression that Ink is putting out is very important.
Mm,
And Mark is yeah, as we were unfamiliar with the Soul Strike Impulse before, it takes one damage and it rests something with 3 AP or less on deploy. It doesn't need a
mm.
link, doesn't need anything. It's a 3/3 unit, so it becomes a 3/2. So it's actually a very good card, and as we can see, it has made its way into the most optimized blue purple lists. And
Uh, I'm 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 glad to see Sword Impulse is taken aback by other people just like we were.
yeah, and two Guntank stars come out, and those are the regionals. Of the Ink has
Whew.
these players have some blinged out decks.
Very spicy, very spicy. Do you think Guntank would be on the next chopping block for cuts for like ban lists?
Now, it was somewhat hit because basically a Guntank clone has come out, and they have banned uh, the possibility of playing 8 copies of Guntanks because it is
Mm,
quite the value card.
yeah, yeah, very strong, very useful.
And we see Gundam, the OG Grandpa Gundam, being discarded here off of the overflowing
Wow, you
because we don't
really,
see an Amuro.
yeah, you really don't see you don't really see Grandpa Gunna being discarded. There must be a very good reason for it.
Mark is trying to fish for more of the white cards. He does need to see the Norn if he wants to deal with this board. As we mentioned many times before, there is no good way, efficient way to deal with uh quite the wide board. And Mark struggling to find the solution. And a victory is now going to be discarded.
Wow, Mark really is. Maybe he's just hoping for the late game, because yeah, trying to fight this board at the moment against Ink is not proving successful.
Yeah, Mark is just going to drop a V dash and hope hope for the best. Right now, yet the Mark does have a base protecting him, but with just one pilot coming out from Ink could turn that 5 shield into no shields.
What can Ink do now except potentially keep pressuring and keep going wide?
Yeah,
Players
that's the
haven't lost a
pilot.
whole lot of shields. Oh, pilot is
That's the
very strong.
Amura. That's the Amura coming down, and the base will go down, opening Mark up for 3 swings.
Whew.
Oh, there's the Norn.
No, that's what Mark needed.
There's all the white cards in the shield. In the
Ah.
shield. Ah.
I can't help but feel, but the players that are sitting on the right hand side is getting bricked. We saw this earlier as well in the previous round with John just only seeing his hand of brick
Getting
bases.
bricked.
Yep.
Yes, they are the person on the right is getting bricked quite. Their hand is getting bricked quite a lot, and just this just shows how the Legionnaire deck really works. The white part
Hmm.
is the defensive portion and the stabilizing portion, and the blue part is supposed to be the aggression, the early units, the
Right,
curve. If you hit the
right.
blue curve early on, then you are always ahead. If you don't hit the blue curve, you want your white cards to try and stabilize the board until you can bring out. Oh, what is that
What?
music?
No, I
Okay,
don't
sorry.
think so.
So
But
apologies, apologies. There's a bit of a technical issue on my end, but getting back into the game, Mark is having to deal with this board with what 5 units? That's an Angsha, or 6 units. That's an Angsha as well as a Barbatos sitting on the edge of the screen down there. I don't think Mark has a way to come back here.
yeah, this is gonna be very, very tough for him. That board is too wide, and he really hasn't found any pieces to just to hold on to his hold on to anything really. Um, this will be tough. This will be very, very tough.
Yes, the technic. Well, I would just like to touch on my technical difficulty. I thought it was intentional, as a Gundam song started playing in my headset. Particularly the wing set. I was like, oh damn, we're getting background music,
I mean, why not? Why not? Why not?
and we see there's a lot coming down to try and preserve a little more shields. Does Mark have more blockers? His hand is full of blue, so I don't think so. And
It's gonna
another
be
V
tough.
dash comes
Where
down.
the blockers? Where's anything to help him just come back into this game? He's got one blocker, but that's it.
One blocker to 5 units and 2 shields. Ah!
It's scary, scary, scary. Block. Oh, wow.
Oh my God, the gun is it's just
Clutch.
crazy. Oh,
There
there
it
is
is.
ah
There it is.
there
Wow,
is no
Mark.
chance.
That
Wow,
was
Mark.
tough to see, tough to watch.
Yes,
Wow, Ink just took it out, landslided that.
yes, the person again, as you said, the person on the right is getting bricked. The hand is getting bricked,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And yeah, so we see the dominance of aggro continuing. I actually remember seeing Ink. Now that I look at his face more and more, I remember seeing him in the last event, and I do remember he did quite well because I was trying to buy that Amuro from him. Yes. And then I remember particularly he said, "Oh yeah, I'll think about it," and he never got back to me.
Oh, mate,
Very
mate.
unfortunate. And now I can see that he is playing it in his deck.
And putting it to clearly to good, very, very good use.
Yes, looking good while winning is always important. Do try to chase the higher rarity cards, buy more product, open them. I do think Bandai will like that very much.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Any closing thoughts on that match other than I have to say it was a very stereotypical aggro Blurple match.
Yeah, it is the stereotypical aggro purple match, but I do feel like Legionnaire definitely had a chance. But as you said, they did brick, and typically people, yes, Blurple is so toxic to the game because it doesn't allow the other players to come back.
Yeah. Well, with that, so thanks so very much for watching round three. Hopefully we'll be back in round four with fresh new decks, and we'll see you all very, very soon.
See
Thanks
you guys
everyone.
in the next round.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to round four of TAC Games Brisbane Regionals. My name's Cheston.
And I'm Brian. And it seems like we have some US people joining us on the stream today, um, trying to get a deeper look into our meta.
Welcome. Well, from Texas. Cool.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Our accents are a little weird. We're a little weird.
And today
Uh,
we have, for this round, we have Kalok and Calvin facing off against each other.
let's see what the matchup is. I think we're round four. I'm not sure if this is halfway or not, but I feel like we're getting pretty close to it. So we're definitely going to see the more meta dominant decks. I'm expecting One Year War. I'm expecting Legionnaire and probably Blurple, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so we are expecting to see. Oh, but we see a little bit of red coming out from Kelvin's side.
Oh, okay. Do you think red white potentially, or do you think red blue like Pepsi?
I do feel like red blue, with the Legionnaire, as well as red white, both have chances in this current format, both dealing with aggro in their own way.
Hmm. All right, rolling of dice. Again, a little hard to see. I gotta say the blue the purple gold dice that came out fairly recently in that starter deck. So nice. Very
Chef's
pretty.
kiss.
Mm, so good. Let's see what we got here. Red. Is that red white? That
It
looks
is
like
red
red white
white.
on
It is
red
red
white on
white.
Calvin's side.
But however, that doesn't seem like a great hand, so I'm expecting a mulligan. Oh no, no
Oh,
mulligan.
he's cooking.
He is
He's
going
cooking.
to take the gamble on the overflowing affection. And we still have not seen anything coming out from Kalok. What is he playing? He does see the overflowing as well as the Neon Xeon with the
Ooh, close combat
close
as well.
combat.
Okay. So he has his he's got a strat. He's got a strat.
But there's no units. You need units to stabilize the board.
Really depends on what Kalok is playing. But he did just mulligan, so maybe he didn't find his plays, his lines. Let's see. Oh, I see red.
You see red? Is it red as well? Red purple? Is it the tempo deck? We're going to
Oh,
start us ourselves off with an overflowing affection.
ooh. We see some early units. We got a blocker. Ah, yes, striker
That's
pack's
a
getting
striker
pitched.
pack. While Calvin's shield is looking more and more fearsome. The red-white shield being the most infamous for its bursts.
Oh, Kalok also passes.
Maybe he's not on the aggro deck.
Maybe this could be a bit more interesting.
Oh, is the Impulse Gundam coming out?
Hey yo, hey yo,
This could be Destiny blockers or Destiny Red tempo.
Destiny's Child.
Color being Destiny's Destiny's Child and Destiny's Strongest Soldier right now. Our first Destiny that we see on the stream today.
Calvin also passes with full resources up, so that's basically yelling to the opponent, "Hey, I've got stuff in my hand. Come at me, bro."
Well, Kalok has not seen Kelvin's red side yet. He does not know that he's on red. So he could be thinking that Calvin has bricked.
Bases come down for Kalok. Gonna do some scrying, finding the pieces that he needs.
Yeah, getting that sword strike, I think it's called the sword strike into the grave is great because when it comes out from when it gets deployed, it does delete a level. It would just deal with the blocker right there.
Huge. Oh, we got some fans of the beta dice in chat. I gotta say, beta dice are nice, but I don't know. The sheen of the purple and gold really does it for me.
It's all about the OG. It's all about the how clean it is, and I do think the beta dices are the best. I am on the beta dice
Oh,
train as well, and we
okay.
see we see the Strike Gundam come out. That card had many printings, and
Hmm.
I don't see enough people playing it.
Yeah.
So on deploy is draw one, discard one. So it's nice to fill a nice card to fill out the grave, the
Just filter.
trash.
Yeah. So what is Destiny's gameplay here? Is this getting stuff out of the graveyard and playing it out like Vagan, or what are we expecting here, Brian?
So late game. Destiny also is a combination of flood as well as
Oh,
just big static units. So
okay.
Destiny every time it swings can revive a Zaft or a Minerva squad unit, sorry, a Minerva
Oh.
squad unit every time it swings. So you have to deal with the Destiny, otherwise the board just gets uncontrollable.
For sure, for sure, for sure. So this is well, okay. I guess our prayers were answered. This is not an aggro matchup, right? That's great. So, but now we're in a state of which player will see their top end first and be able to, because we're in the mid range at the moment. We're in the midpoint of the game.
Mhm.
Can Kalok or Calvin see their end game pieces and get their, I guess, their combo set up, right?
I do feel like Kalok is at a slight bit of advantage just because his pieces can come down sooner, and he
Hey
has
yo,
seen both impulses, and he will choose to activate one to try and push the advantage. And now the sword strike comes in. Sword impulse, sorry, the sword
mm.
impulse comes out and deletes the flat off of the field, leaving Calvin open up for two swings. And we see the
Oh.
Sinanju in the shield.
Feels bad for Calvin. That would have been a nice card to see, but oh, he's drawn into an Elfrith.
Yes, Calvin's pieces are a little later. Outside of the Sinanju, Neon Zeong is the win condition for Calvin's deck, and Neon Zeong is level 9, and Kalok
Mm.
is already ahead in the mid game. So I don't think Calvin is in a good position here unless he sees more control cards or bigger units.
Silver Bullet is now on the board to hopefully stabilize a little bit. And oh,
And
the
we see the
Kira.
Ale Kira, the Kira
Ah,
Ale, and it's the SP. Of course, it comes with the Kira,
of course, of course, of course, of course. It's only fitting, only fitting.
and he hits
Um,
one of the ping sources. Is that an improved technique? The glare is
yes,
quite making
it
it quite
does.
hard to
It
see.
is. It is. It is. It is.
So Calvin does save one shield off of that burst.
Well, you were saying that to the viewers that we got to be careful of the shields from red white. Another silver bullet hits the board. Two of
Another
them.
super bullet. Hopefully, if Kalok does not follow up with an Ale Kira, an L and a pilot, then Calvin will stabilize just a little bit. But I don't know if it's enough. The tempo. This is what I predict the next format will be. The next format is
Hmm.
going to be more tempo oriented, which is exactly what uh, purple white is. And we see the Destiny come down, the LR plus, the old R.
Oh,
Are we gonna see the Shin? And we see a Link back to back coming out from Karlok.
maybe this was his opening hand. He was just holding on to it. But yeah, this is great viewing from Kalok. His pieces are coming together very nicely. A shield of close combat.
I don't know how much that is doing here. Oh, it does save. It does remove a sword impulse from the field, meaning
Um,
Calvin can live.
but Calvin now has to start using his silver bullets as silver bullets to protect himself.
So now
Will
Ale will attack -2 AP on the silver bullet still standing. Will Calvin try to preserve his shield here? Does he have a base in hand? And he will just let the shield go. No, he will. He will try to block
Oh,
it.
okay, okay, okay. He wants to hold on. We got some blockers now from Kalok. Calvin is Calvin's in a bind. Calvin is
Calvin
definitely in a
is in the
bind.
bind. There is a blocker protecting the two suspended units. And Calvin, I don't know if they have enough to deal with it. Unless it's a Sinanju, even a Sinanju link. I don't think any link outside of Kira Ale coming out from Calvin will save
Close combat 2-2
him.
to deal 2 damage.
Another 3 damage coming out from the new card in GDO4,
Hmm.
dealing 3 damage.
So
There is a
Calvin is
blocker on the field.
yeah, Calvin's removing the board and I think he really has to deal with it now.
Yes,
Oop,
and
he's digging,
he will be digging. He will need another blocker or a base, and he sees the Lifrith, and he will discard the Merida with it. That means he is playing the Ksatria.
but that could be too little too late. He's only got 2 resources left. 2 attacks from Kalok potentially, assuming no links.
Yeah, so this is a great
Elfrith
matchup.
comes down.
to exemplify how tempo decks work. So both these decks can be considered as tempo decks. The red white is more control leaning, and purple white is more aggressive leaning. So we see the mid range, the aggressive nature of purple white really taking over the mid game, meaning that
No, another
oh
link?
another link that is triple link, turn by turn after turn. Ah,
Oh,
Kelvin is not happy about that one.
that is rough.
And that means the sword impulse comes back, and ah, that is
That's game.
yes.
Goodness
Kalok
me.
has really high rolled all his links, and he has two more SP Ales in the hand. That means he is. I'm assuming he
Ooh.
is playing four SP Ales. There is a lot of very financially well-off people on the stream today, and they all
Don't
seem
say
to be
that,
winning.
man.
Yes.
Oh, look. Congratulations to the Kuluk. That was tough. That was tough for Calvin to come back from such a daunting position. But yeah, wow, Kuluk just high rolled and high rolled.
Yeah, I do feel like both players recognize that it was quite a high roll. Kalok looking very happy there, and Calvin clearly
Understandably.
looking a little upset. As you know, this when any deck high rolls, it's very very hard to counter unless you high roll too. So that design is still built in to card games and cannot be can we cannot avoid it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What could have Calvin have done any differently? Like what pieces would he need to have seen to try and get out of that, you think?
I do feel like it was very greedy for him to keep the hand that he had. Yes, he had the
Hmm,
Neon Z. That Neon Xeon is sitting in hand for I don't know how long.
sure,
Right?
sure, sure.
That full frontal is also sitting in hand for for God knows how long.
Mm,
Um,
mm, mm.
it was definitely a greedy play to keep those in hand, thinking, let's say, under the assumption that they don't know what each other are on. Regardless of that, um, it is a greedy hand to keep. There was not enough early tempo. There's not a lot enough early units to keep, and
Yeah,
it is quite. Yes, Destiny did win, and the red did get out tempered.
it's a shame. It's a shame. With that said, thanks everyone for tuning into round four. Round five will be up very shortly. But in the meantime, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you then.
See you then.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Tech Games Brisbane Regional Cast. My name is Cheston,
And I'm Brian. And
and round
yeah,
five.
round five. I see that some people wish there was more variety in the ads that we play. Um, we might work on that. We might get some sponsors in the future. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? We got Calvin and Nick. Oh, sorry, Matthew. Sorry, Nick and Matthew for round five. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go.
Let's see if there's a bit of more variety this time. We don't, well, uh, last round was quite diverse in terms of the purple white and the red white, and hopefully we see some more of that this round.
Oh, yeah, let's see. Dice are being rolled off.
I always get hopeful when someone has a G-Quox
How
as
so?
their base,
How so?
because they could be clan players. They always could
What?
be clan players. But however, we do see that Nick is on the blue purple, and we don't know what Matthew is playing yet.
Mirror
And
match, maybe?
he does have the Wang Liu Mei, the double
Oof,
from double zero as the EX resource.
the spice, the spice.
Oh, we got the IBO. Is that the IBO resources from Nick?
Oh, it
From
does.
yeah, that looks so good. I don't think you can pick them up anymore, but you want to stay tuned to the
Bandai.
P Bandai
All
website.
right. So we got what looks like to be purple and white of some variety with Matthew. Let's see what it is. Is it blue? Is it red? Is it could even be purple, really.
It's
Oh, it's
Wing.
green!
Oh,
Whoo! Breath
well,
of fresh air. Breath of
pressure
fresh
for
air.
the we see some more variety coming out from this round that we do see Wing, and Wing does have a decent start in the blockers, and I do see a sword strike as well
And
as Akira.
Akira. Oh, oh, oh. Can Matthew hold off the aggression from Nick? This does look a pretty good start from Matthew, though.
It does, and the overflowing
Hey,
will discard
yo,
the
what?
overflowing.
Really? I would have thought you would want to hold on to that.
I think his hand is good enough that he no longer needs to dig, and he needs every single little resources. Oh, he's just not gonna play anything.
Mm,
That is
okay.
weird. I do see the bird mode in Matthew's hand. He can play it to try to, keep up with the board, while not losing a resource because that bird mode will put extra EX resource back.
I wonder why he didn't play it.
Yes, I'm wondering too. And now the sword impulse will suspend, will
The
rest
blocker.
the blocker, leaving Matthew open for two swings.
We've seen this new card in all the Blurple variation. It seems to be such, or anything with purple really. It seems to be such a powerful card.
Yes, it is. Being able to get that rest early without the armorer, giving Blurple more of an option to get aggressive, and the Barbatos will break the first EX base while giving Nick a draw.
Mikazuki is now on the board with him, and just yeah, Nick's got a great start as well. Both players fantastic starts, but let's see who comes out on top.
And Nick will opt to trade into the
Hmm.
flat, getting rid of the blocker that is standing in Nick's way.
I do find that this game you don't really need to deal with the board as much as if you're an aggro player. You really just need to turn the blockers sideways just so that you can hit as hard as you can and as fast as you can.
Yes, but we have seen some preferences come out of aggro players to trade because blue purple, despite trading, still comes out on top in terms of resources. But Matthew must be regretting not playing that bird mode now. Now that the resources are a little weird. He is definitely going to play the sword strike plus Kira this
For
round to
sure.
try and stabilize the board. But he'll be giving Nick back either the sword impulse Gundam or the gun tank.
Both very valuable pieces. I feel like he would give him the gun tank. Surely, because Sword Impulse resting blockers is too useful
Uh,
for Nick.
but it does not have an impact, immediate impact next round. So I do feel like he will give the sword impulse back rather than the gun tank.
True. I guess giving back a bigger body doesn't really matter at this point in time, considering shields just take one hit to take it out. But yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
and the gun tank only takes one cost to replay, so it will be less of a detriment to Nick.
You did call it. You did call it. It did get bounced. The impulse.
And with that sword strike, the two units are off Nick's field, and the sword strike is protected from the gun tank return fire.
Gun tank will need to swing into the sword try to get rid of it from the board.
Yeah, instead of
And I
playing it, you know what I mean? Instead of
sure,
playing
sure,
it and
for
then
sure.
taking it down.
And that way it'll be net neutral. Surely Nick has to get rid of that card because otherwise he's just gonna get too much value out of it. Oh, he
Huh.
doesn't.
Nah, but he probably has a Mika or Adapt. Purple has a lot of ways to ping
True,
that down.
true. He doesn't need to sacrifice his
That
board
glare
just to
is
get rid of
crazy.
one.
I cannot
Low
see what
key.
shield that is.
Well, it's clearly something that's giving Matthew a lot of thought.
Oh, and we do see a wing zero in Matthew's hands. Oh, it's the graceful.
Oh, maybe,
He can
maybe.
he can either choose to trigger or not. So he's probably thinking whether he should trigger it to give Matthew back the gun tank or not.
It's a tough situation for Matt. I don't think he would want to. Oh,
I
judge is called.
I do feel like I think they're wondering if it can trigger because it does say two to three. So I don't think it triggers.
Hmm.
Or he has opted not to trigger.
Oh,
And
Angsha.
yeah, the Angsha will come down, taking out the sword strike.
Also, did Angsha really need to get banned?
Uh, I really did not think so. I think Angsha is a fine card. It's just the environment, the rest of the deck that it is in does make it quite strong.
True.
Um, it does have quite the good stats for what it does.
For sure. I just felt like it just caught strays, you know.
Yeah, I'm still not very happy about Matthew not playing this bird mode
Early
earlier that
on.
round. Yeah,
Oh, for sure. Because now it's too late to use it. It
yeah, that
feels
would have dealt
clun.
with the gun tank. And now
Hmm.
it's he probably if he wants to wing zero next turn, he'll play the two bird modes to try and get a few things on board, but he will play
Silver
what
bullet.
is that card?
Silver bullet.
Oh, it's a oh silver bullet.
Oh,
Yeah, he
dang.
will play the silver bullet, but
Could
that
this
will delay
be?
the wing zero coming down, unfortunately. Could this
Hmm.
be what?
I was gonna say, could this be the time when the player on the right has it bricked and could be the victor?
Oh, it's definitely looking that way. That Matthew had blockers coming out, as well as Link coming out to try and delay the game to the wing zero turn,
Delay no
and
more for sure.
delay no more for sure. Yes, and has Matthew shown any green cards to Nick? He does
Not
not know he's
really.
on wing yet, so that's why maybe Nick
Maybe
is
that's why he's
is
playing mind
trading.
games. He's playing
Yeah,
mind games with him. Maybe that's it.
yeah,
That's
that
some
may
big brain.
yeah, that may incentivize Nick to trade more, not watching out for the wing zero, and the wing zero will come down and wipe the board. If Nick does not be careful.
Because I guess what are the other solid combinations with white? You've got purple and you've got blue, right? And I guess Nick is trying to just see what the other color is because that kind of dictates the plays that he would want to do, right?
Exactly, and we do see an Amuro come out resting the silver bullet,
Wow.
as well
So,
as another sword impulse.
oh, on the token to get it. Oh, yep,
That is
just to
four
go for
swings to
space.
face,
Deadly, deadly in this. Oh,
unless he is targeting his trading again.
I mean, it's. I'm assuming it's hard to tell with the glare, but Matthews played the 2-4. The Angsha
What is he?
doesn't.
Why is he attacking shield or is he trading?
It looks like he's trading, but why? I guess Nick does have a wider board, but isn't Nick concerned about the crackback coming back with a wing zero?
Well, as we
Oh,
said,
I guess he doesn't know that.
he does not know that.
Ah,
However, as you said before, he should not be trading. Like he is
yeah,
in such a dominating position. He could have, Matthew could have been on zero shields right now.
Yeah, I'm
or
surprised he
one
wants
shield.
to leave an opportunity for coming back into this game.
Yeah,
Because Nick,
or maybe Nick's concern. No, I don't understand it. He does have two show of resolve in hand, Nick does, and
yeah,
like he could refuel if he's running out of steam. So he should just be pushing here
and just showing his resolve.
and just show his resolve at the end. Yeah,
Oh, swings are coming.
and
Looks
we
like
got
the
a base,
base.
and you shouldn't have traded, my friend. Well, what's going on, Nick?
Yeah, especially with your paired unit as well, of all things.
Yeah, definitely. It will be wise. Maybe he is afraid of the graceful. Uh,
Maybe.
but if he's going to hit it in the shield, it's going to happen in the shield regardless. So it's
Hmm.
better to see it now than later when Wing Zero and other stuff can come down. And now the base, the 6 HP Beast Million base has come down for Matthew,
Yes.
and
So
it
he
is
now
quite rough for Nick.
knows.
He
He
now
now
knows.
knows. He now knows. Surprise, surprise. I'm green,
And Wing Zero can come down next turn. But right
which is
now he is
scary.
on 7 resources. It's a 6+1 EX, and Nick has a. Nick looks like he has realized what a mistake he has made.
Yeah, his board is way too wide, and that Wing Zero is gonna have a fun time cleaning up that board. But yeah, Matthew with the long-term strat of just keeping his secondary color hidden, makes this does make this game very interesting.
Yeah, but Matthew does need to see a lot of blockers or deal with the board in its current state to really try to make use of that Wing Zero. Because even if the Wing Zero comes down, but he's on one shield, it is still a very precarious situation.
Mm. Wing Zero will deal a lot of damage though, so hope and I think most of Nick's board will get taken out by it. But you're right. Matthew needs to see more, maybe even multiple Wing Zeros to be honest with you, because Nick, as you pointed out before, has two show resolves, can refill his hand quite easily, and Nick still has six shields, so we'll see. Plus his EX base.
Yes, and Matthew is really deliberating over his turn, as I don't think I do see multiple Wing Zeros in hand, but I don't see blockers.
Mm. So he's got the sword but no shield.
Yes, unfortunately, and he does have a mini wing. Does he have the hero to go with it?
That would be insane. Insane.
He's just going to play the base over to try and maybe dig
Oh,
for more blockers.
but that seems unnecessary. I don't know.
Well,
I
I think
think
it's okay just because right now currently the highest AP on the board is 3. So that means even a pilot, unless somehow Nick is playing Shin, will take out a 6 HP base. So Matthew is kind of safe in that aspect, and it was worth the gamble to really try to dig for a blocker or a pilot.
War pilot, there it is, baby wing.
Baby wing, the structure deck wing will come down, but Matthew did not stabilize the board prior to the wing zero drop turn.
I think
If
Matthew
yeah,
is really hoping for a breach.
if Nick really hits a link this turn, Matthew could be in trouble. But Nick has decided to refill his hand instead.
Am I? Yeah. I think Nick is probably digging right now. He probably has one turn up his sleeve, maybe at most. Um, but yeah, this is a tough spot for Nick. He really needs to see a pilot, and I think that's what he's digging for.
I really don't think so. Right now, Nick can take out the shield with his 2 units, get another hit in. That means Matthew will be on one shield, and as long as not triple or quadruple wing zeros in the turn, Nick could swing for game.
Yeah, doesn't need to go for board, just go for face.
Yes, exactly. Nick should not be playing, should be watching the wing zero, but he does he care? He does not care. He's just
Ah,
gonna gamble that he doesn't, which is a extremely
that
bad play in my opinion.
that seems very dangerous.
Just
Incredibly
play one.
dangerous.
Just play one more unit. Why are
Yeah,
you
just a
vomiting out your hand?
Yeah, just have gas in your hand for later on. You're just leaving yourself else open. Matthew's already revealed that he's got wing in hands. Like sorry, he's playing green, so you should assume there's always a wing zero in hand.
Yeah, now Nick only left with 3 cards in hand. That wing zero. Why? Delay no more, Matthew. Put down that wing zero.
It'll be so strong, so strong, so
It will
strong.
be so strong.
But I guess Nick does have a second show of resolve, so I guess maybe that's why he's not so concerned.
And
Maybe
no, the he just played that show of resolve last turn, so he's gonna have nothing. And there's the wing zero.
there
Goodbye,
it
boy, baby.
is. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.
Oh
I
no,
think
Nick must be kicking himself right now.
yeah, heart of the cards. What can Nick draw now into? Ooh,
Of
okay,
course, second
okay.
base.
That
That is limited to 2, by the way.
not. I mean, it's not a terrible play, right?
Hmm.
Not a terrible play. He's holding on, but if okay, he's going wide. Deal the 1 damage, sure.
Yeah, but
And
like, do you see how if he kept his hand, if he kept played 1 unit that turn, like he was already threatening lethal. Nick was overextending,
hmm,
and now he's basically out of gas, and the second wing zero comes down. I don't want Nick to be thinking Matthew, oh my God, he had double wing zero. I couldn't win that. Nick could have won that.
for sure, for sure. I guess the big question now is, does Matthew have so? Oh, he's up.
Yeah,
He's yeah. I mean, we knew that was going to happen, but I think Nick obviously couldn't have known, right?
yeah. Nick couldn't have known that there was 2 wing zeros. However, the first overextension, like, just hurt him so much, regardless.
Always assume when you're playing wing against a wing player, they've got multiple, or at least the bare minimum one. Oh
And Nick is going for a link this turn to try and take down the shield, and it's
no!
last base shield, last base shield. Nick
Wow!
clearly looking upset.
Wow!
However, I still think if Nick only played one 1 unit that turn, there could have been a good chance, especially with the Gundam Amuro in hand.
Hmm. Could have
Like
just
he
finished it.
could have, yeah, he could have broke the shield with that link.
Yeah, Nick had one window, didn't take the window, went for board, and unfortunately, that's costed him. That's costed him.
Yes, and he kept trading. Nick kept trading earlier in the game, and he's finally getting punished for it.
Does Matthew have a link? Yep,
Yep,
there it
the
is.
bird mode with the hero Yui to take the game home.
GG.
GG. And I have to say, I love seeing aggro getting destroyed on stream.
No.
I like, I'm sure. Oh, how many people are watching? 152 of us outside of the aggro people in the chat.
Wow.
Please support me in this. I want to see some comments. Just as am I alone in this field?
Oh wow.
I want to see aggro die.
We're supposed to remain impartial, my friend, but agreed. It's nice to see a change up. It's nice to see a change up.
And we are seeing a lot more now. We're seeing what clan? We're seeing red white. Now we see wing.
Mm,
We see
mm.
destiny blockers. This is what Gundam should be, of a diverse format. People can play their favorite Gundams. It's playing just one deck. This is a healthier, even towards the end of the format. Oh yes, I'm getting someone in the chat. Every aggro player deserves to lose.
Whoa.
I don't think I feel that strongly about it, but I do like it.
True,
I
true,
feel you.
true. I feel that, you know, people the aggro deck and blow up has been around for so long. I feel like people have realized when the curves are, when are the real targets to watch out for, and try and play around it. So maybe it's working to its own detriment, right? But
Mhm.
clearly Bandai felt to intervene and say, hey, you know what? Let's put these bans in place. And yeah.
Yes, I do want to highlight that Al Cheston is a Xeon fan, and Xeon unfortunately is aggro leaning. So we want to be careful in the comments here.
It's okay. It's okay. We adapt. We survive. And that's okay. That's okay. Purple, right, will bring us new stuff in the new GDO 5 set, which is looking fantastic, by the
The
way.
anniversary set is looking great. We got Strike Freedom, boys and
Ah!
girls. Yeah, and
But
Caliban, my favorite.
yeah, Taliban. Calamon. But yeah, thanks so much everyone for watching an exhilarating round five, something a little bit different, and we'll see you soon for round six.
Don't let Wing Zero wipe your board, boys and girls.
See you later,
See
everyone.
you later, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the TAC Games Brisbane Regionals. My name's Cheston.
And I'm Brian. Today, this is round six. This is the round just before the lunch break, so we might see some more misplays because the players are getting tired, are getting hungry. But the round after this, players are gonna be refreshed, refilled, and ready for some good Gundam.
Or just having a food coma. So let's see how this. Let's see.
So yeah. So before bef- in these rounds, there's actually quite a few diverse representation, even in round five. Typically, after round three, you might see one or two. Round four, they should
Mhm.
all be gone by now, but there is still like round five. We still saw Wing. I wonder
Mm,
what we're going to see in round six.
I'd love to see what the deck representation was and how many wings converted over. Because obviously, Matthew's done quite well, obviously, to be undefeated as a wing player in this current aggro dominant format.
Oh, it is SL, our local
Yes,
our local goat. Everyone in Sydney, most people in Sydney know Stan. He is my goat. One of my personal favorite goats. I believe he will be on blue purple. Unfortunately, um, he's a very good player, very beloved by his community. And we have Ian, who I'm not quite sure who Ian is.
I versed SL last on Thursday evening at my locals. Great player, great player. Let's
Yes, he
see let's see what he's playing today.
He has a lot of love for the game. I've met him and his family, and
Oh,
yeah, his wife isn't very happy about his Gundam purchases, but he's still powering through despite the discouragements.
let's see what we have here. You reckon double blurple?
double blurple. Hopefully not. But yeah, double blurple. Oh, I do. If I do see a blurple, I want it to be a mirror match. All right. I
Mm.
want them to take each other out.
So mean, so mean. But honestly, this new meta that's upcoming will be refreshing. I'm really curious to see what we see.
Yes, and we do see the blue purple on the right hand side.
Yep.
And will we see the blue
Oh,
purple on the?
I just
Hmm?
realized Matthew broke the curse. The right side
Yeah,
won.
the right side won, and hopefully, now that the curse is no longer a thing, we can expect some good Gundam.
What is SL playing? Is he gonna mulligan? Ooh,
Yep,
ooh, ooh, he
that is a
is.
mulligan.
Okay, okay, okay.
Well, I don't, I would like to remain impartial, but I do have a clear favorite here. My boy SL, my boy SL, I want him to take it home. But the mulligan showing that he did not start with a very good hand.
Fingers crossed. We get something a bit juicier.
Yeah, so we're going to it seems like SL is going to be going second, which is preferred in the blue purple mirror match. But it is not. I see some white. Is that some white?
Because I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he played red white against me on Thursday, and maybe that's what he's brought today.
It's going to start with the overflowing. I love seeing overflowing on stream. Why? Because we get to see more of the deck.
I was playing a 1 year war with classic Zong top end, and unfortunately I ran out of gas and it took me out.
And I do see the red. I do see the red. You are correct. You are correct. He is on red
Red
white.
white.
And the
Oh, he
justice is a big tell.
he pitched the justice though. I wonder maybe he just doesn't need
Oh,
the top end now.
oh, Ian pass turn.
Oh my,
Oh
oh
my.
my. If he's on Blurple, I wonder why. Oh whoa! Double pass, double pass.
Wait, actually?
Actually,
Oh my
double
God.
pass. Rizal,
I
sure.
would say that this is better for the blocker player to have a double pass. Um, and we will see a sword strike come out. It seems that
Oh,
SL did not see any early blockers, but luckily Ian did not start with the 2-1-2-2s.
kind of worked out, and I'm sure SL is holding on to that EX base for the time being, waiting for the link or something like that, or maybe some more targets for from Ian.
Yes, and I do feel like SL is that an L in hand that I see?
Rizal's taking down the first EX base.
I
I
think that
can't.
is an L on the
Hmm.
top of his hand, and hopefully it will come paired with a pilot, or maybe not next turn, but the turn after.
Oh, Amuro,
Armor
Grandpa
Gundam
Link.
will be used on a sword strike. That sword strike must have blocker or something.
Did Sword? How much attack does Sword Strike have?
4. And
Ah, okay.
yeah, and there's the Kira Ayo punishing punishing the Gundam turning sideways. It's a great tempo swing from SL. However, losing his EX resource may prove to be fatal.
Hmm. I'm sure he was hoping to use it much later on, but the ball was getting way too scary. The Grandpa Amuro curve play is too strong.
We do see a slower hand coming out from
Ban
Ian.
card, ban card, ban card.
Yeah, the Angsha will come down. He does have 2 show of resolves in hand, and the adapt
Adapt
comes down
just
to
to
get
finish
rid
it
of.
off. All right, Ian passes. He's gone wide. Ooh, is that our first EB card?
Yes, I think that's a EB card.
Is it easy A? I
I'm
can't
not
tell.
sure. It's a but anyways, it's still a 2-1-2-2.
Yeah, yeah. A little spicy, a little spicy.
I was going
Red.
to say that SL will need a base here to try and preserve a little more shield than usual, and he did see the base. However, we did see that earlier on he did not have the early blockers to play. Will he have some this round? And I think that's another Kira in hand. So is that a sword strike coming down? Oh,
Oh, Elfrith. Maybe he top decked it.
yeah, maybe he top decked it, and then the sword strike Kira can wait a little longer to come down when there's juicier things to hit into, getting rid of 2 bodies at the same time.
Ian showing his resolve to stay in this game, and wow, has drawn into Rizal and what looked like a gun tank. Angsha going for shields. SL deciding if he wants to block or not. Can't let too much damage go to that base. He is blocking,
And now it gives Ian the choice to ping it down.
which I'm sure he will. Goes for base. Yep, there it is. Double ping.
Yeah, now Ian with the mid-game tempo plays. This could be a more mid-game leaning blue-purple that we're seeing here. And SL will need a stabilizing either Kira Ale or Sword Strike Kira to really bring the board back in his favor. However, that Sword Strike will be bouncing a valuable unit such as the gun tank back in Ian's hand, ready for use again if
Yeah,
he was
it's
to use it.
for sure. Ooh, another base.
Another base will be coming down from SL. Um, the bases are doing a lot of work. If Ian doesn't see a pilot here, it could be more delay to Ian's game plan.
And delay no more for his game plan, I'm sure. Strong play from SL.
Coming
Oh,
out
he's
from the
going with a
with the Soul
combo.
Strike, yes.
Hmm.
Now would he
He
hit into the three AP unit or the two AP unit, keeping his Soul Strike healthy?
mm,
And that's why he exactly what he'll do. He'll keep his up to keep his Soul Strike healthy.
which is fair. He wants to see more use out of it, and Ian is gonna have to trade his anxious into it just to make it worthwhile. And it's putting the question back on the opponent, saying, "Hey, do you want to keep this Gundam on board?"
Yes, and Ian, not seeing a pilot, will have trouble getting over that base. So he might opt to trade here. And I do believe he will
Is
opt
that
to
another
trade.
anxious?
Yes, that is another Angsha.
Oh, showing his resolve again. Ian is looking for answers.
Just really looking for a pilot here, Ian is. And I think Ian, maybe his pilots are in the shield.
Quite
Oh,
possibly.
that is a
And
Mikazuki that he has found. He can opt to break the base now, but I do feel like he is going to save that Mika for a link.
just to get through any sort of last remaining defenses. But I feel like Ian has a very small window. SL is still fairly healthy, and he needs to go now.
Ian will opt to trade and widen his board, I believe.
Yep, gun tank. That was bounced before. Going for the swing
Yeah,
to
because
draw a
Mika
card.
has no option to ping, he gets to keep his Barbatos healthy.
Oh, the G-Quox goes from shields.
Yeah, and we see that Ian is really taking over this game. SL needing another tempo swing, and needing a tempo swing every turn, but Ian just counters with more and more and more aggression and tempo plays.
But I guess that's aggro. That's this is the game at the moment. You need to be able to deal with Blurple. You need to be deal with 1 year war. Otherwise, you are it's tough. It's a tough battle.
Yes,
Very
it
tough
is a
battle.
struggle. It is a struggle, and we do see an Atherin in SL's hand, maybe regretting discarding that justice now. The
Mm,
justice will, if the justice was here, it could have dealt with a few bodies.
for sure, for sure. What it's a little hard to see SL's hand at the moment, but wondering what other option he's got.
I did see a G thread. However, that
We
G thread ain't doing nothing.
mm. SL's going through the trash to see what else is potentially coming. Four cards in hand, and some comments from the chat. Not a lot of fans of Anxia, I gotta say.
Yeah, you did mention we did raise the argument whether Angsha should be banned. Angsha and its similar units such as Guntank and
Hmm.
Adapt are great tempo pieces. Being able to do something as soon as they come out while retaining, while putting a body on the board, getting doing something when it comes out, and um, like it's just +1 unit, -1 unit to the opponent. It's great. It's crazy tempo coming out from those cards, and therefore Angsha having a larger attack and larger health pool does deserve I think warranted the ban. What is that card?
I'm
I believe
it
it does damage. Or
must be. Must
yes.
be. Chat Anyone know what that card is? It went a little bit too fast for me. It must have been some form of removal. Essel's now played a G-Fred, trying to establish his own board.
Yes, and we do see the G thread come down, and but that's I don't know if that's enough. SL has already put up two bases, and both of them got dealt with almost immediately.
Hmm. Gun tank going in. Oh,
We hit an Atherin burst, and we see an
oh,
ale.
that would have been nice to be in his hand.
And Ian's free to just flood the board now.
Rizal, double Rizal. Oh, triple with a Hyukurin. Oh, four. Wow, that's a full board from
It
Ian.
is a full board from Ian, and it's not looking good for SL. He
Top
sees
decks
another
into another.
Atherin.
Yeah, that's not the juice. Ian looks fairly pleased with himself because this is a very hard board. Like you were saying before, there's no board wipes. There's no way to just clear the board efficiently. But if when that card gets printed, it will control decks will have a field day. I have to say.
Yes, and by having no board clears, I mean we do have board clears. We have Gfred, we have whatever whatever, but it's just not efficient. Even in GDO 5, we have a level 6 cost destroy all level 4 or lower unit, but that's still coming only coming out in level 6. So like we have no efficient board removal, and that's what the game needs to deal with the flooding
Ooh,
problem.
we
Justice
have
will come
justice,
out.
but and he's clearly got the link, but that takes care of 3 units,
It does take care of
right?
3 units. SL is hoping for a last shield base burst as his last chance to hope that it stands.
But that doesn't really help him, right? Because the Justice has to swing in order for his token to be able to swing, and Gfred will run out of targets, and Gfred's not a blocker.
No, because of Atherin, he can't target a standing unit.
Ooh, I forgot
Yes.
about that spice. Yes, of course.
So
So
three
that
units
does
will
help.
go down this turn. However, that is 3 units still standing
Yeah.
to one shield.
Heart of the cards draws into the meteor base or something, right?
Yes, to get a base, to get uh I don't really know what is going to save stand here, honestly.
This is rough.
And we'll see Stan attempting, doing his last efforts to try and clear the board. Ian still has plenty of gas in hand, of well, a few more units in hand, ready to come down if his board is dealt with.
Yeah, gotta hope for a base.
And we have to
Heart
hope that Ian does not draw a pilot, because if he sees a pilot, even Lashu base will not save Stan here.
Oh my.
And it
Oh,
is not.
that's game.
That is unfortunate. That is
But look,
unfortunate.
it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, we did see that early on. Both players started a little slow, and SL really needed to take advantage of Ian's slow start and put up more defenses, put up the Great Wall essentially. And SL did not draw the right cards to really stop that aggression. And
Yeah.
Ian, play after play, tempo after tempo, unctures, adapts, gun tanks, uncture. It was just quite rough in the mid game for SL.
Blurple, right?
Yes, that is correct. Well, um, after this round, players are going to refill their stomachs, and we're going to have a little longer break than usual. We'll be back at 1 p.m.
See you all then. Have a good one. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to round seven for the TAC regionals in Brisbane. My name's Cheston.
And I'm Brian. We're really very happy to be bringing you this regionals. But thanks to TAC Games, um, I see some people asking previously on what's the deck breakdown, what's the meta breakdown,
Mm.
and you website.
I'm sure they'll release that information as soon as they can, once this whole tournament wraps up. And round seven, we've got Will versus Martin. Martin's playing up, or Will is playing down, one of the two. But let's see how this goes.
Yeah, so we have been seeing some variety. However, blue purple still seems to be the dominant deck in the current meta. Of course, that will change. Hopefully. Um, well, we really want to see some more back and forth. The games have been very fast today, unfortunately.
I mean, it's not a, it's a good and a bad thing, I suppose. Like people have plenty of other things to do. But let's see what happens here. Will is wearing a Xeon jacket, so who knows?
We have not seen 1 year war yet today, and hopefully this will be the game.
Let's see. Let's see. Players are sorting out their decks. Give it the old shuffle.
We have the tall geese base. Is that the tall geese base? That is the tall geese base, as well as the EB um the chibi one, the promotion base on Will's side.
Mmm.
It came out ahead of EBO1, so now that you have a deck to go with your base.
Feels flavorsome now.
Mm-hmm. If anyone are interested in EBO1, it is a set based for the Battle Royale, and I do recommend you guys checking that game that format out.
You reckon it's pretty fun, right?
It's so fun. I love it. Oh, and we see the deck. It's another red white in on the hands of Will, and another blue purple on the hands of Martin.
Well, I mean, these were the expected decks that we talked about at the very start of today that we feel like would be to the top. Your blue-white deck is obviously your favorite.
Yes, then the blue white deck did lose very quickly due to bricking earlier today, but
Is what it
we
is.
see a resurgence of red white because of the blue white which is supposed to be the counter to the deck not doing so well. But Will is 6-0, my friend.
So who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Will,
Ooh, the big Neo Zeong that he just top decked.
mm-hmm.
O Gundam?
Is that the new art?
I believe so. It's very pretty. Very pretty.
Wow, yes. It's in the eye of Setsuna. The Gundam is right there.
Setsuna FCD.
Oh,
Looks like Martin's doing some early chip, which is what we expect from the Blurple player. And what else is coming out? Ah, Hyakuren. Okay,
yeah,
sense.
nice and simple on curve play coming out from Martin. Well, Will have the early. Well, we do see a Rick Diaz in the hands of Will, and
I
he
do
will play it.
I do appreciate the players just taking a little bit of time with their plays. It helps us to keep up to pace with them.
Yes, for sure, for sure. We do see that Will is on the Ksatria, the level 4 one.
Not impulse.
Sword Impulse have really been dominating today, allowing the players to get that early chip into the shield, which makes a huge difference near the end of the game.
Yeah, it's just tempo, and really the cost of it is not that much in the grand scheme of things.
And now we see a Merida enter the hands of Will with the level 4 Ksatria. He could start doing some damage to Martin's board.
Got to start pinging things down to get rid of that pesky board of his. But his hand looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does seem like Will can swing the board. Hopefully around turn 5 and turn 6. Right now, turn 4, he can already do a Merida link, which I think he is going to opt for.
The Marita Link definitely will help him get back into the. Oh, yep, you
Yeah,
called it. Will
there's the
definitely help him
winner's
to get
Ksatria.
back into the game.
Yes, but where is Will going to ping? He only gets to ping one, unfortunately.
Hmm. You think he'll slow down the sword impulse?
I do feel like he's going to ping the 2122, the Zaku warrior on the very far right, and maybe swing
Hmm.
into another the double O Gundam to try and keep the Kshatriya healthy, as well as you don't want to you're most likely going to be blocking the 2122 with the
Ooh.
Rick Diaz. Oh,
Okay, so he went with my play, which is the sword impulse into the O Gundam. I feel
okay.
like that way because Rick Diaz oh okay, I didn't think he'd do that. I thought he would keep the Rick Diaz up so that when he trades into sword impulse, it's a bit nicer. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, I see your
Um,
line of play. Yep.
but I guess going offensively with the Rick Diaz doesn't hurt as well because I guess Mon may not have wanted to attack with it, but I don't see why Mon would not have wanted to. But who knows? Who knows?
And now we're going to see a trade coming out from Martin to try and stop the bleeding of his units. But that is another hit not going to the shield, and Will has slowed down the game to quite the state, unless Martin plays two more units here.
Hmm. If this is the penultimate round, and I don't, I'm not sure if there's actually a top cut for today, as it's just regionals. But yeah. So I'm curious to see where the standings are. He's played a Corsica base. That go wide strategy is still prevalent.
Yes, Koseka base still being one of the best bases, being able to put up a base, get a card, and get a unit on the field.
I'm surprised that white base doesn't see more play, but I guess the resource cost into it is such the limitation that it's got.
Oh, and we got
Wow, a
we get the
second link.
Kasach. Yes, we get the Kasasha and Marina link to equalize the board from Will.
Wow, that was great timing from Will. That just put him right back into it.
I do feel like Will is in a good position now. He's still quite healthy, and Martin's running out of gas on the board.
Will Will be able to hold out? Because oh, I see an armor in Mon's hand.
There's
Um,
not much you could do. There's no units on the board on Martin's side to take advantage of that armory.
Slight dead card from his perspective, right? Adept, okay, so he's gonna try chipping away at the Kshatriya, going for shields because why not?
Oh,
Oh
and he hits the close
wow,
combat. Will has definitely stabilized the board right here.
that's a great close combat, great timing.
I'm not sure. Wait, was the Angsha played this turn? Okay, the Angsha is played this turn, so the Angsha will go down to the Ksatria Marina ping next turn.
Yeah, so
Martin's
yeah,
trying to go wide here.
fantastic, fantastic. Hopefully Mon has a show of resolve in his hand to reload his hand because yes, you're right. He is losing steam quickly. Pings is definitely one of Bob Blurple's tougher matchups, I feel, especially yeah, with these crazy trades that he's got going down now.
Yeah, Will's removing two bodies at a time out of Martin's board, and that just slows him down so much that there's not much. We're reaching uh blue, not blue, white red's critical mass stage where they just have too many units up. They're too big. They're taking down units every turn, and Blurple can't do anything about it.
Wow. Wow, Silver Ball and another Kshatriya. And what is that? Another blocker?
I'm not quite sure. Let me see what if I can find a card with similar art.
Hmm. I mean, that's the only kind card I would imagine they would play. It wouldn't be like a vanilla. That wouldn't make sense.
Was that two cost?
I think so. Looks like a 3/3/3,
Is
maybe?
that a Rick Diaz O art?
Oh, could be.
Yeah, because the Rick Diaz did get a new art recently, and I'm not sure if.
Ah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. But regardless, Will is in a commanding presence. Definitely ahead, back in this game, and I would almost argue ahead in this game.
Yes, he's definitely pulling ahead here. If Martin doesn't see the show of resolve plus a few cheap units, it could be very well over.
Chad is saying SD Gaplan. What is that card?
SD Kaplan. I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Gaplant. Oh, it's a 3-2-3-3 blocker. Oh, interesting. Okay. 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 I see the value in it.
Hmm.
What? Barbados is now on the board. Martin's still missing the Mikazuki, which he probably really needs right now.
Oh, so it's yeah, so it's another Rick Diaz clone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Silver Bullet taking the bullet for Kshatriya.
Yeah,
What is?
I do think that Martin will need a lot to get back into this game. The Justice is going to probably come out this turn, but
Mm,
making Will have 6 units on the board. Will can start getting aggressive little by little and go for one final turn where all 6 units swing.
yeah. He'll reach his own critical mass and just swing and Chris crack back at him.
And we see that beautiful overflowing coming down. The price of that has been going insane lately.
I'm glad I have it in the PSA 10.
Oh, what a flex. And we're going to see another overflowing come down.
Another Kshatriya, another Rick Diaz there.
We're seeing these players be a true fan of their deck, having the old arts, the old art Ksatria, the old art Merida.
Yep. Granted, Marita was one of the, I guess you could say, OG waifus in in this game.
Yes, we gotta love them waifus. That being said, GDO 5 does have quite a few of those very nice looking cards coming out. I'm personally looking at the Miorine um, EX resource. That looks beautiful. Not the one with
Mm.
Soletta in it. The one when she's doing the the reaching for
Ah,
the sky.
I see, I see, I
And
see.
Justice
Uh,
does come down, making it 6 units on the board. Will take a swing, take a crack at the shield here.
this feels like a crazy role reversal. You're expecting the aggro deck to go wide like this, but no, it's the half mid-range control deck that's doing it.
Yes, and Will decided to keep his Ksatria safe just in case he needs to ping anything down.
Hmm. Martin is showing his resolve and trying to dig for some answers because this is a rough state for Blurple.
It is. It's quite the rough state. That there is no. We did see the show of resolve. However, I don't. What? You're gonna show of resolve twice and then you'll be dead by then? You don't have enough board. You don't have enough hand. It's just looking grim for Martin.
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. And this maybe this goes to show why Will is 6-0 while Martin is 5-1. No offense to Martin, he's done obviously incredibly well, but yeah, yeah.
Well, as someone said in the chat previously, aggro players deserve a certain thing coming to them.
Well, I mean, look, I feel like we can all agree aggro is a problem in this particular game just because of the way the game is structured. But
Yes.
every game has aggro in some shape or form, and I think some games, they've just matured enough and the meta is big enough that they can kind of deal with it better. I think that's what we're missing here. We don't have
Oh, and
enough
we see
tools.
maybe this is the
Oh,
comeback.
oh,
We got
oh,
the LR plus
LR,
plus.
Hoyo,
LR plus plus Barbatos first form
so
coming out with
strong,
the SP Mikazuki.
so strong. Maybe he was
So
waiting for this.
strong.
Maybe he was waiting for this combo. Otherwise, he didn't. He didn't want to play the card.
Yeah, you can't play it unless it's LR plus plus.
Right, 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 right.
You see how the LR plus plus will draw Martin the card, but the normal will not draw the card.
Obviously, that's the drawback of that card. And okay, Martin is trying to fight back for the board. Will is sacrificing his smaller blockers and keeping his silver bullet, yeah, alive and well just in case. And can't forget Justice as well.
Yes, Will's board's still looking quite healthy, while Martin is getting whittled down in terms of resources. Maybe something in the shield could save Martin, but I don't see what can. Even if, oh, what is that? Oh, that's a giant killing.
Oh,
Very interesting choices, deck choice from Martin to include that giant killing because it is quite the expensive card to remove a big blocker.
silver
So,
bullet. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Will is tapping out all his.
and we're
Whoa,
back
that
to six
is.
units on the board from Will's side. Will's
Shoo-wee.
threatening lethal next turn. Martin, when a blue purple player falls behind, it's really hard to come back.
Yep. The pressure is no longer there. Will has a lot of breathing room. And look, chat's saying, we're trading aggro for blockers. And I agree, blockers will be a problem, but I feel that we have cards to deal with blockers. I don't
Yes,
think we don't have enough cards to deal with a board that goes incredibly wide, and that's the problem we're facing now. Armoro is coming down to the board, with Grandpa Gundam going into what's the what are you
Ksatria, right? Final
really?
Ksatria.
Okay, okay, okay.
That's the
What?
that's the winner Ksatria. The
I'm
small
just
one.
thinking like what other choices does Martin have? Is there any other Are there any other optimized plays?
Oh no, they it's quite looking quite grim for Martin. There's no point going shield, no point trading as well. And
Hand is now empty.
yeah, it's just quite rough for Martin. Well, on the topic of aggro versus blockers, I do feel like in a blocker slop format, the game decisions will matter a lot more, right? Deck choices will also matter a lot more in terms of whether they deal with the blockers, and Will just take it home.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
congratulations to
Will.
Will. He could be in the finals. He is in the finals. He is on the final round.
Yeah, wow. Wow. So I'm just saying, man, the right side seems to be now taking the wins home now.
Yeah. And yeah, we did get someone in the chat saying never lost a game in 6 turns to a blocker. We'll take that any day. And I do agree with that. And that's what I was talking about. Game because blocker games take a little longer than a lot longer than an
Mhm.
the game decisions, the game choices, the card that you play, the order you play them, how much resources you use per turn actually matters a lot more than just spamming 2 1 2 2s on the board.
For
And I
sure,
do
for
prefer
sure.
that.
For sure. And it makes the best of one format seem far more like deliberate. They want to really reason out what they want to do. But if anything, right, if we keep playing with a lot of blockers, people will learn how to play more efficient plays. People will learn more about how to play a bit faster. So over time, player decks will improve. Player skills will improve and like their reaction times. But yeah. Thanks
Yes.
so much for watching. That's round seven. Now we go to the final
Final
round.
round. Final round in just a little bit. See you guys in the next round.
See you then.
Stay tuned.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to round eight of the Brisbane Gundam Regionals by Tech Games. I'm Cheston.
And I'm Brian. This is the final round. We have all been waiting for this. So one deck in the final is red white. And we are very keen to
Oh.
see what the other deck is.
I'm a betting man. Blurple.
It's highlighted is going to be Blurple. Ah, and we see Martin. Wait, no, I think that's Ian. The name will be changed in a little bit.
Yeah.
Ian versus Will, and it will be the Blurple versus the Red White.
Ah!
Yes, and I hope.
Crazy bet.
Hey man, it could have been anything. But Ian,
Sure.
I did do a little bit of scouting into Ian because he was playing quite well, and like I do remember seeing him around the regionals previously, but it
Okay.
was for other Bandai card games.
Oh, all right. All right. All right. I do feel now that you mentioned, I do feel like a lot of Bandai games, a lot of the skills and how they play, they're similar. They borrow some themes, you know. So,
Hmm.
doing I feel like a lot of players play multiple Bandai games.
Yes, being in the Bandai ecosystem or within the Bandai TCG Plus app, it's quite easy for you to switch games, switch between games and the whatnot. And before the players get started, I do want to note that the Naruto TCG is coming out. Yes, and Cheston is very excited about it.
Look, I'm of the generation that grew up with Naruto and like Bleach and One Piece, like the big three back in the day. And yeah, I'm curious to see what they do. I am holding my breath for the time being. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah,
But
and
first,
with delay no more, get right into
hmm,
the final game. And I really hope again, I don't have any favorites here, but I really hope what happened last round could happen again.
hmm, hmm, hmm. Look, we're hoping for an exciting, thrilling last round. Let's see. Great
Yes,
sportsmanship from the players.
and
All
it seems
right,
that
looks like
Ian will start us off going first.
with a play pass. Will might be following suit unless he's doing the overflowing affection.
Yes, as a red white, I played red white before quite a few times, and you do want to hold your overflowing affections for when you do absolutely need to dig for something.
We got Hyzak.
And we got a strong start coming out from Ian, putting it down 2-2-1-2-2s. That's something you won't be able to do in the next format.
Very soon. And a Rozelle and a gun tank.
Oh
Holy
my
moly.
god, that is a great start coming out from Ian. Is this going to be one of those games, Cheston?
Could be. Ian looks like he knows what his opponent was playing before, and he's going hard and just trying to. He didn't even bother with using worrying about the gun tank effect, and just went, you know what? Let's go wide. This is the last hurrah. Let's do this.
Yeah, and Will draws into another overflowing affection, but
A very pretty one.
does find the close combat to try and slow Ian down just a little bit more.
But Will has a tough choice here. I can't quite see his full hand, but it looks like two white cards, three red. I yeah, hard time seeing it. I'm not sure how much he can stabilize. He's definitely going to take some damage now.
Yeah, and it's going to be a very difficult decision for Will to on which to block, because you want to be able to trade the Rozelle for the Rick Diaz, or you also want to be able to take 2 units potentially with the Rick Diaz,
Mm.
but um, if Ian just holds his gun tank swing, um,
Oh, ho,
it
ho,
doesn't really
ho,
matter
ho,
what
ho.
I analyze now that Gundam Amuro is coming out on 4. So
Oh
Ian has
my.
played 2-2-1-2-2s on turn 2, 2 units on turn 3, and a Gundam Amuro on turn 4. This is
Perfect
crazy.
curve.
Perfect curve coming out from Blurple. I
Wow.
really hope we see something in the shields. Give me a
Uh,
striker pack. Give me an improved technique. Give me a
close
close
combat,
combat.
anything really. But Will does have a close combat in hand, so I don't think we'll be seeing that. So we hit another Diaz. Ian is just going at it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Down to holy
And there's
smokes.
nothing in the shields. Nothing in the shields.
I mean, a close combat from Will. Oh, Will is,
Is this gonna be the final round of Gundam? Oh no, guys.
um, yeah. This is what we expect from Blurple. To be honest with you, if you curve like this, you just wow. Ian rolled like crazy.
Yeah, Ian really high rolled in this last feature match. Oh, it is rough to see. It is definitely rough to see. That being said, we can't count Ian out yet unless he comes out with another Link Armoro or just another Armoro in general. Will could stay in the game based on the shield hits,
Mm,
as he does have another blocker in hand.
for sure, for sure, for sure. But that Grandpa Gundam being able to swing over a base is going to be problematic. Oh,
Yeah,
he called
yeah.
it. Oh, the Marita.
Marita would have been a good burst. And why? Oh, I don't know about this one, sir. I don't know about this one.
This
Um,
this might be it.
Grandpa. Yeah, Grandpa Gundam still gives +1 AP. Don't forget that effect to all
Mm,
the units on the field. So that base is not doing too much here. Maybe Will could have put down another blocker in hopes that he'll survive a little longer.
He's got two resources up, so there must be a close combat or something in hand to try and stem the tide. But this is a bit of yikes.
Yeah, I definitely think Will should have held that base for when Ian clears his shields.
But this is also assuming that there's another turn after this, though. Like this
Yeah,
is
but we have to play under the assumption that there is another turn after this.
for sure, for
Otherwise,
sure, for sure.
yeah,
All right, two Diaz is down. What will top deck? So Ian top deck, sorry. Um,
so now Ian's deliberating whether to. Of course, he needs to swing the Gundam first.
yep. Blocks with the Diaz, of course. Tries to stem and block where he can, really.
You need to block with the Rick Diaz here. Very good.
Yep, 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 yep. He's doing what he needs to do, Will, to stay in this game. This
Yeah,
is an upset for sure.
the chat is going a little bit crazy with the hate, and I do agree. The counter to Blurple curving out like this is quite few, but there are a few ways. So again, it's kind of reliant on luck in your shields. If Will hit some early close combats, early improved techniques, he could have swung the game back in his favor. But unfortunately, there seemed to be no burst, and Ian is just flooded the board.
Yep. Oh my gosh. It's not even worried about anything from Will's side. I don't know what Will can do. A classic board wipe from any other TCG would solve this problem right
Yep.
now.
Yep. Right now, a board equalizer would be great coming out from Will, so we can punish this type of just vomit hand onto field type of play.
What can Will do here? I mean, he can get rid of two things.
He can get rid of 3 units in total, I think.
True,
Wait,
true, 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 true.
wait,
The
2 units.
on-play,
Two
yeah,
units
two,
actually.
right?
Yeah,
Because
two. Yeah,
the
you're
because
right. You're
because
right.
the on-play damage, then the swing, and he just hit into something because he's resourced out.
He's resourced out. That is unfortunate. This is it's quite sad to be for this to be in the last final round of the Gundam regionals.
It is what it is, though, right? This has to be a shield right now.
Pathway Shield? Nope. And
Nope.
the game goes to Ian.
Wow. Um.
Well,
Holy smokes.
I think what we can say is that we're all glad, everyone watching here, please comment. We're all glad that the ban list is here. The ban list is coming out in what, 6 days? Less than a week. In less than a
Right?
week, the ban list will come out, and this kind of play will not happen again. A great efforts to both players. A great effort by Ian. Great run. It's just how the game is right now. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
That's wow. I honestly don't know what to say. That may have been the fastest game that we had, but yeah, Ian just curved like insane. Insane.
Yes, the curve was uh, basically perfect. From one to
Right.
four, from 1 to 4 is perfect. There
Uh,
couldn't be a better curve.
yeah, I don't even know what I would change. Yeah, so just be aware if you have locals will be changed with the new ban list from next week onwards. But I do believe any more regionals that we have or wherever you may be around the world will still this the current ban the ban list will not would I'm not in effect, but I would check with your tournament organizer first. But that's from my understanding as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely recommend checking with your tournament organizers first. You don't want to go in with well, the aggro players. I don't want to go into
Yeah.
aggro and say my deck is banned, and I don't want to go in over prepared for aggro
Mm.
for no reason.
Yeah, I do hope that we get like whatever tournament is next. I do hope we get to see what people are cooking. I'd love to see the creativity. I would love to see what people think will stand up. Yeah.
Yes, and just since we're revisiting this topic of the ban list, I do want to note that I do predict that the next format is going to be more tempo oriented, and
Hmm.
yeah, and we quote me at me right now, and after the ban list drops and GDO 5 drops, at me.
Okay. All right. Well, with that said, thank you all so much for watching this with us. We'll catch you in the next one. That's the last and final round for the Gundam Brisbane Regionals, brought to you by Tech Games. My name's Cheston, signing off.
And my name is Brian. Thank you, a huge thank you for Tag Games and everyone tuning in. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you all. Have a great weekend.